Welcome back to Yeast House, where we do a little bit of everything all the time, and it usually turns out right. In this case, we're hoping the bread rises, even though it's really cold. So, my neighbor was making some focaccia for my kids the other day, and they really loved it, so now I have to make it. And then this is going to go along with a vegetarian pasta dish we're doing tonight. That's going to feature these giant mushrooms. So follow along, and I hope you enjoy. Starting out the dough, 350 grams of flour, 3 grams of yeast, 7 grams of salt, 5 grams of sugar, and we have 15 grams of oil, but I'm going to put that in just a second. And then we have 280 grams of water. So I'm going to get my favorite spatula out now. Mix this together a little bit. Add the oil. This was olive oil. So I'm going to mix this together really well, and then it's going to sit, and for the first hour, so every 20 minutes, I'm going to uncover it, I'm going to fold it together, and then let it rise. Once those 3 folds are done, it's going to sit for about another hour. It's a bit cold in here. In the wintertime, we don't keep our heat up too much. I'll probably go set this in by the fire. And then we want to let it rise till it's about doubled before we put it in our pans. So I'm going to put it in this glass bowl here so it's easy to see when it's rising. And I don't know if you do this, but when I'm done with my butter, I always keep probably 4 or 5 empty wrappers in the freezer because they are great for doing your bowls. And I do realize this is supposed to be a vegan dinner. I just use butter. So use olive oil in there next time. All right, this is pretty good, pretty well mixed. I'm gonna do a little bit more. This is pretty good looking. I'm gonna lift it up for you to see. It's nice and tacky. It should be nice and fluffy. That's what you want out of this. You want it to be super fluffy. So now, let's put it in the bowl. Don't want to waste any bread. All right, I'm going to cover this. I'm going to let it rise for an hour, folding it every 20 minutes, and then we'll let it rise for another hour after that. First 20 minutes is up, so I'm going to grab a little flour. So I don't stick to my hands, and I'm just going to fold this right in here. It's pretty sticky still, but this flour on my hands will help with that.
Dad, is this hot cocoa? Dad?
That is a cup.
Oh.
So match those first letters and circle which ones they match to. All right, good job.
Now the cat. What do I need to do on the cat, Dad?
Hold on.
The cat is suspicious.
I think the cat's just for coloring.
Oh.
All right, but we do want you to sound these words out now. And so you're going to sound each of those words out, just one row. They did that. Try this page 2. Mom did. Try that page 2. All right, now it goes back in for 20 more minutes. All right, been 40 minutes now. So let's dry my hands off all the way. A little bit more flour. fold this up on itself. Down underneath, spin it, fold it. All right, now it's good to go for another 20 minutes. All right, this is the last fold, and then we just let it sit and see what happens. It's already starting to rise pretty good, so that's a good sign. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. This is gonna be some good bread. All right, now back and this we let it sit and watch. See what happens. And once it's about doubled in size, I'll split it in half, put it in the loaves, and we'll have some fun. So, the dough is doubled in size. I'm gonna do these 2 pans. Apparently, I wasn't paying attention to the recipe, so this is for 1 pan that's slightly bigger than this. We're gonna split it into 2 anyway, because if I put it into 1 pan, my kids will eat everything, and then I won't get any. So these are gonna be a little bit shorter. But still just as good. So now I'm just going to split this in half. A little bit of flour. It's not quite half, but it's fairly close. And that way this one will be a little bit bigger. All right, so now while the rest of the dinner, while I'm making the rest of the dinner, I'm gonna let this rise up again a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna let these rise up a little bit more, and then we'll get them in the oven. All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of oil on top. Dimple it up some. I'm gonna put some garlic on this one. Just a little bit. A little bit of garlic on that one. And I'm gonna sprinkle some cheese on this one. Just lightly. Maybe not so lightly. All right, well, I'm gonna put these in the oven, and in 15 minutes, I'll check back in with y'all. Let me see how this tastes. The bread's out of the oven. It's my first time making this. And like I said, I got the recipe from a friend who gave me their experimental recipe. So I was actually supposed to double all of the ingredients. Ooh, but that does look good though. Yeah. This is the garlic one. This is the cheesy one. I think I'm gonna like the cheesy one best. Oh yeah. Light and fluffy. Pretty awesome. So, thanks for stopping by Yeast's house, where food is always fresh and the back deck's always open. And like I said, mostly it always turns out right. I mean, this is still pretty delicious. It's off a little bit. Next time I'll have a little bit more dough in it. So, see you around, and thanks for stopping in. Bye.